Hey friends, if you're looking for quick tips to help you jumpstart your week, you are in the right place. I'm Lori Palau, host of the popular weekly podcast Organized Life, founder of Simply Be Organized, and every Monday I am here to bring you a quick organizing tip in under 15 minutes. All you have to do is click the subscribe or follow button wherever you're listening, and let's get started. Everybody, and welcome to today's tip of the week. I am your host, Lori Palau. So excited that you're here. Before we get into today's tip, I just want to kind of go over a couple of housekeeping things because I know that we've got a lot of like new listeners and followers. So if you're new to our party here, I encourage you guys check out our back catalog. I know we've got a ton of different um episodes. I mean, we've got at this point like hundreds and hundreds of episodes. But if you go to our website, simplybeorganized.com, you could just go right into the search bar. And if you just type in a topic right in the search bar, it'll pull up all the episodes about that. So if you have a specific thing, if you have questions about ADHD, or you've got questions about the Enneagram, or you've got questions about like specific rooms of your house, closets, kitchens, garages, you name it, we could go in there and all the resources will just hop up there. So it's super simple to find all the stuff that we're looking for, or that you're looking for, rather. We also have a bunch of our freebies on there. So we want to give you guys as much free content as possible. We know that getting organized is like an ongoing process. We know that things are expensive. And so we're trying to give you as many free resources as possible, whether those are digital free resources, our show, and we have our new Ask an Expert series also, which is another way to invite you guys into the conversation. So if you have a question about organizing, decluttering, how to set boundaries, communication, teaching your kids good organizing skills, whatever it looks like, we would love to have you on our show. If you want to remain anonymous, we can change your name, we can blur your image. If you have a question and you don't want to be on the show because you're camera shy, totally get it. We can read the question. So just let us know that as well. But we would love to hear from you. So, really, the more people that listen to the show, the better it is for us and allows us to be able to keep doing this. So, any way that you can continue to support us just by engaging with us is so, so critical. Of course, we also have paid offerings for people that are interested in that. But honestly, our goal here is to help you live your most organized life, whatever that looks like to you. And today's simple tip is something for summer, and something that I instituted years and years ago with my own girls. And I think it's something that I kind of like just took for granted, but it's something that's can be make summer travel fun. And that is creating a summer car kit. I used to call it my bag of tricks that I would have in the car. No, I'm dating myself because we didn't have devices then. So it was like I had carried this bag of tricks, and it had snacks, and it had little books, and it had maybe some games, maybe whatever it looked like. So that it was kind of like my travel kit. And then I had other components to it, like, first aid and whatnot. So I made up a list, and the full list is going to be in our show notes. So again, I'm going to read through it, but wherever you are, don't feel like you have to like remember it or write it down. You can always just either click on the link wherever you're listening or watching, or go to our website and you'll have the full list of everything that I talked about. So, okay, first things first for creating a summer car kit is to choose the right type of organizing solution for you. And what I'm saying by that is some people prefer it to be portable, like I want to carry it in a backpack that I travel with, or a big tote bag. Or other people would prefer to have it be like something stationary, like a trunk organizer with like divided compartments. So think about how you live and how you interact. Do you want an organizer with like little mini things inside of it? Or do you want to just be able to be like, hey, this is a like, as like go with you kind of thing. So portable or stationary. That's the first thing. Once you've narrowed that down, I think it's important to think about what categories you want. And maybe you decide the categories first and then decide, hey, these are the categories I want. What type of organizing solution works best? So you can do it either or, whichever way. But these are some, and obviously some may not apply to you. And you may also have other categories as you start writing this down and thinking about it that I didn't even think of. But I've come up with several different categories that you might want to include in this summer car kit. First of all, is sun protection. You want to keep sunscreen, you want to keep sunglasses, hats, anything that is going to protect you, like for the sun. Second thing is you want to keep hydration, like a hydration station. Maybe if you're doing like long car rides or whatnot, maybe you have like a little mini cooler where you keep, water bottles in there, or you have a bunch of like, uh, thermoses or like insulated things that you can keep water cool. But you want to make sure, especially in the summer months, that you are well hydrated. So you want to have some sort of like hydration station. The third thing is you want to have any type of like swim gear. So I'm thinking beach or pool. That might be extra towels, a blanket, flip flops, maybe a change of clothes. Keep a bathing suit in the car. Keep an extra change of clothes in the car. Goggles. Just anything if you're like on the go. Of course, snacks. I mean, duh, that goes without saying. You want to have easy grab and go snacks. Things like, you know, depends on, again, the age of your kids, where you're going, but, some staples for us would be like goldfish crackers, those little like go-go, like the applesauce squeezers, things that aren't going to be like get super like gross in the heat, pretzels, chips, things like that, granola bars, nuts, things like that. So again, snacks. A first aid kit. It's always helpful. I think people should have that in their car anyway, at least with a few things. Doesn't have to be a whole huge thing, but you want to have some band-aids, especially outdoors. If you're like outside playing, hiking, whatever, maybe some like antiseptic spray in case you fall and skin your knee. Bug spray, of course, if you're like me. And any like other medications that you want to keep. Remember, if you're going to be letting it live in the car, you don't want to stock too much that the temperature could affect it, but you want to just have some basic things on hand. Um, Cleaning supplies. Again, if you're out and about and you're moving around, you want to keep like, hand sanitizer, wet wipes, things like that. Just so that you could do a quick refresh. You could even keep like extra deodorant in the car. And it's always a good idea to keep like an extra trash bag or two, even if it's just like a little one that you could just throw some trash as it comes in to kind of keep it clean and tidy. Um, Entertainment, as I touched on earlier, you want to have like your own bag of tricks for your kids. We want to try to keep kids off of devices. So, what are some other things that we could do to keep them entertained, especially if you're going to be in the car? So, whether that's a book, a game, a toy, something that they might, a stuffed animal that they like that you want to keep in the car, something that is going to occupy them without having to have them be on their devices. The next one is dog supplies. Of course, I'm a dog lover. I'm a dog person. So whether you're traveling with your dog or your furry friends, keeping extra like poop bags in the door, a portable water bowl for, especially if you're going to be traveling with your dog in the summer, they're going to get hot if you go for walks. Maybe you want to keep an extra leash in there, but definitely like, poop bags and a water bowl for sure. And then the last category is what I called like tools and emergency supplies. So maybe you want to keep like a flashlight or, just like a little, you want to always have like jumper cables and maybe a portable phone charger, just some things that you might want to keep in your car in case of emergency. Again, some of those tools and emergency supplies might just live in your car in general. So they're not, might not be unique to your summer kit, but you just want to, again, just want to make sure that they're restocked. And then the third thing is, so, again, you've created your categories, you've picked the storage solution that is going to be best to kind of corral and hold them. And then the third thing is you want to restock, you want to maintain it. So you do this once, and chances are you're going to be dipping into it, reusing it. So you want to go in and, I put weekly, if you look at the show notes, I put, weekly check in, but I think the that will vary based on the frequency of how you're using it. For some people, you might restock it daily. For other people, it might not be. There are certain categories that are probably going to get used more than others. So it's just a good idea for you to just stay on top of it and replenish it. And the reason why I love having this car kit is we want summer to be spontaneous and fun. We want to be able to go, hey, let's just hop in the car and go down to the beach or go to the pool or go for a drive or go to a park or go on a hike or do something fun. And the last thing you want to do is be out somewhere and be like, oh, I wish I had fill in the blank. And so the whole purpose of creating this car kit is so that you can just eliminate that element and allow yourself to just be spontaneous, go do, enjoy, explore, and have a great time. So that's our tip for today. I hope you liked it. Again, if you're brand new to our gang, please hit the subscribe, follow button wherever you're listening. It really does matter to our podcast, to podcasters like myself, to let other people know that our show is worth the listen. So please continue to subscribe to our show. And if you feel so inclined to leave us a review, we do appreciate that as well. And please, if you would love to be on our, if you have a question, we'd love to have you on our Ask an Expert series. So dropping that link below, and I'll be back on Thursday with another episode of This Organized Life. Until then, I'm Lori Palau. Peace out. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this episode, please spread the love and share it with your friends. And if this is your first time joining us, make sure to click the subscribe button wherever you are listening so you never miss an episode. And while you're there, please leave us a review so other people know that our show is worth the listen. You can also find us on YouTube and Instagram at This Organized Life Podcast. And if you'd like to connect with us, you can head on over to our website at simply the letter B like boy organized.com, which is filled with tons of resources, including free downloads, checklists, links to our amazing organizing partners, and all of our digital offerings. I'll see you next week for another episode of This Organized Life.